Hey guys, I'm Grestar, and how about we react to RWBY Volume 3, Chapter 11, Heroes and Monsters. As with my other RWBY reactions, this video will only include me, so if you would like to watch the actual episode along with me, make sure to click here. It will take you to Rooster Teeth's YouTube channel under the RWBY playlist right to the video that I'm using. So you'll have to open this in another window, another tab, or download it, and we'll sync it up, and it should be good. So the title of this is Heroes and Monsters, and I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory because, you know, we have all the heroes, all the students of, you know, the academies, the various academies, not just Beacon, and the hunters and huntresses that are at least in the area that can help. And the monsters would be, you know, like the Grimm, and then you could argue that the White Fang and obviously Cinder, Mercury, and Emerald are involved too. So I don't know if there's extra stuff playing into that, like if it means two things in this case, but I definitely know that meaning. If you missed last episode, here's what's happening. Bad stuff. Basically everything that could go wrong has been going wrong. There's just like, you know, everyone's fighting the Grimm and fighting, you know, Neo and Cinder and all her other people and the White Fang. And I don't know the fate of Ironwood right now. I'm not sure what Ruby's up to. I'm not sure what Yang's up to. Blake just saw Adam. I think Weiss went off to fight a big Grimm, possibly with other people, but I'm not sure. And Pyrrha ran after Ozpin, and John ran after Pyrrha, and so I assume Pyrrha and Ozpin are gonna do the Amber thing and hope that that works out for them, because I assume during this time of crisis, Ozpin's just like, okay, we need, you know, the power of Fall Maiden, so I don't know exactly, but it's a possibility for sure. And then, just aside from that, there's the Grim Dragon of all things. So, if you thought it couldn't get worse, wait until you have a friggin' gigantic Grimm that spawns other Grimm off of its body. Yeah, so it was flying and then these black drops just fell, and when they hit the ground, they turned into other Grimm beasts. So, like, even though, you know, the students are trying their best to make a dent in the enemy forces, more are just coming. And then I'm sure the Grim Dragon itself isn't very easy to kill. So, just in general, bad stuff. So I think that I'm out of things to say. I'm just like nervous at this point because this is episode 11. That means that there's this episode and then one more volume 3. So that means that like everything that's going to happen has to happen. I mean, obviously everything that's going to happen has to happen in these 2 episodes. And so that means resolution, sure, but also more bad and probably worse bad than the stuff that already has happened. And a lot of bad stuff already has happened, so what could the worst stuff be? You know? Anyway, with that, let's get to watching. Alright guys, here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, play, and when I say play, you hit play. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Had a slight lag on mine, but hopefully that doesn't affect too much. Here we go at the intro, where, like, all of the ominous stuff in this intro is being proven true. I mean, you know, from the friggin' herd, I guess that's the only... The trample, the stampede, the... Why can't I think of that? What's that called? I guess it would be a stampede of Grimm, right? Yeah. Anyway, that's very true, quite obviously at this point. And then what I'm most nervous about, though, is at the very end when they're all going down in the circle holding hands, but then only Team RWBY are left in the end. You know? That's what I'm most nervous about. Okay. Alright. RWBY. Let's get to the episode now. There's the dragon. Okay, so she is still on a ship that's intact. She didn't go down with Ironwoods. Did you kill that one? Okay, now you did. Right, yeah. What just happened? Did she just change clothes? I don't know. Well, you know. No. Not that one innocent dude. Yeah, there you go. Okay. That's between them. Hearing that, though, in the midst of everything else is weird. That was a weak push. Coming from you, you know? The thing you stored up? Okay, do the thing. I don't know what the thing is, but do it, and do it right. Does this have to do with her pictures? Because that's Ruby from Red Trailer. That's what that was, you know. Huh. I'll say that her semblance is really interesting. I also will say that I don't exactly get it yet, but it's cool. I mean, because I wonder about a couple things. It's like, all right, so she clearly has the weapons, but she also clearly has, like, the abilities of the others. Maybe not their own semblances, but, like, physical capabilities, at least. Oh, even? Really? Wow. So I guess she needs time to charge it up or whatever? But in the end, she's kind of a one-man army? Definitely impressive. What? Are you gonna summon something? Well, I'm just gonna wait and see. Hey, she did summon something! Yay, go Ice! She learned. Even if it was just an arm. I mean, arm and a sword, obviously, but not like a full moving thingy. One more, guys. You can do it, son. Come on. Oh, she has to fight too? Not cool. Neo's hard enough. I mean, Neo kicked Yang's butt. Ooh. Ooh. Hmm. I don't know. I'll ask him later. Uh-oh. At least she got it in the end. Just use the sniper, and then it'll send you down and then fly on a bird. That was just the wind. That's clever. Mm. That did not play out well for him, did it? Wow, one bite. I guess that's the end of Rome. What? How did you... Oh. I was like, how did you kill her instantly? You did not. Should not even be possible. I know not to question physics in this show, but... She's just gonna pogo. Alright. Hey, it works. I think Ruby's awesome in this episode, so like, I'm not complaining, I'm just pointing stuff out. He seemed so confident when he was hitting the Grim, and then was just like, oh, I didn't notice those two standing there. He does have a metal hand! No, less secure? Well, there's the scythe. Yeah. He's pretty strong, yeah. So is that his entire right side of his body actually metal? Aside from the head, obviously. That wasn't the ship, was it? Well, I guess it was. Come on, y'all can handle this! Or not. Is it because that main ship went down? Hmm. It's a secret chamber, come on. Alright, no questions asked. I mean, not at this point. Well, considering she ran all the way down there, I think she's already made her choice. Oh. Hmm. That's so mean. Better than decapitation, but so mean. That's creepy at this point. Oh, you're that kind of dude. Oh, hey. I hope this is like Captain America where she screams for a while, then comes out super buff. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean. Uh. Oh, shoot! Is that... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot! Okay, good. I was really concerned for a second there. I saw an arm fly off, and then I saw a head fly off, and I'm like, is everything just dying? Man, I don't even know what to say at this point. Except that those concept sketches for Roman were kind of funny, because he was more clownish at the beginning. Gosh. I'm waiting until the end to talk about it. RWBY Volume 3, Season Finale, February 13th, 10 a.m. Sponsor. See it first. Start your free 30-day trial at roosterteeth.com/sponsorship, I think was what it was before it faded away. Alright, so this episode's over, and this episode was 17 minutes and 35 seconds long, and now it's time to talk about it. Alright, I guess question. Does the world of Remnant world, you know, like, does it have the technology to, I guess not to repair limbs? Why else would, like, why would there be so many metallic... God, dang, I didn't expect, yeah, dang. Adam's freaking powerful. Okay, did I say it before? I think I might have said in the episode about with all the flashbacks, you know, beginning of the end, that that I didn't blame Adam. I totally blame Adam. I don't care now. I don't care now about the fact that he was kind of forced into it, because this episode has just shown me that he's a creep and that he's friggin' psychopath. You know, I blame him entirely. Gosh dang, Yang, those are her, like, that's how she fights. That's how she, and that's such a tragic thing to have happen to such an otherwise positive girl most of the time, you know? I mean, not that Yang's positive all the time, of course, because who is, you know? But that's so, oh my gosh. Can you imagine, like, the kind of trauma? Dang. Alright. So, okay, so to me, that was the most important thing that happened in that episode, because it's such a, you know, Yang is obviously one of the main characters, and that's such a life-changing event to lose a limb like that. Bugger, you know? Friggin', okay. Alright, so now let's talk about some of the other things that happened in this. So, Cinder found them, and killed Amber, which unfortunately made the rest of Amber's powers go into Cinder. So now Cinder, I believe, is full Fall Maiden, Fall Guardian. Which I don't think she's going to take up the Guardian aspect of it. I think she's just going to take and abuse the power. I thought that the aura transfer was happening because of all the orange in the tubes, you know, when Pyrrha was still in there. But Pyrrha doesn't seem to have changed. She doesn't seem any stronger, and thankfully she didn't die when Amber died. I was worried that the connection was made and then Amber died, and I was like, no, don't. But, you know, that didn't happen. And I don't know who Cinder was talking about when talking to Ozpin at the end. When she said you were arrogant or whatever. But, you know, the she that Cinder mentioned, I don't know who that is. Was that referring... Because I don't think that was referring to Amber, because they didn't really chat. So, who is the she? Is it another maiden that Cinder ran into? I don't know. I mean, because if you saw just the little blip I put at the end of, I can't remember what episode it was at this point, but my thought was that Ozpin might have been the dude who gave out the magic in the first place, you know? And so if that's the case, maybe it is another maiden that Cinder spoke to. But if that were the case, why would Cinder not have taken her powers at the beginning? Or maybe she ran into a bad witch and that's how she could summon the Grim thing that let her suck the powers in the first place. Like, I don't know. There are a lot of questions at this point, I feel. And this is the last episode coming up where everything is going to be resolved. Where we're going to have to deal with the fact that Yang, you know, lost a limb. And I don't know if, you know, Blake's gonna fight and kill Adam or not. I don't think any of the main four are gonna die. I think they're all gonna live. But at this point, apparently dismemberment is an option. You know, that could actually happen to even the main four characters. And people could still die. We could still lose Pyrrha. We could lose, you know, Jean trying to protect Pyrrha. We could lose anyone. We can lose anyone! And so... Alright, try to think if there's anything else significant. We learned that Ironwood is like half metal, which I kinda had guessed with the strength when he blocked that one Grim attack, but, you know, that was like the episode before, so that's not really an impressive guess. Everything now is just so hectic. Like, there's so much chaos right now that it's hard to talk about anything specific without just being like, bad stuff's happening and bad stuff's gonna still happen and I don't know what it is. And so, like, I'm nervous for all of the characters, and I really have to know, like, I have to know what happens next. So let's just, I don't know, let's get to watching it. Obviously not right now, not on the same video, but I'm gonna be done talking here so I can get to watching it like right away for another video for you guys. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments below. I guess I specifically want to know what you guys think about the whole Yang thing, because at this point you can't spoil things for me. Ha! I've already watched all of Volume 3, so meh. Unless there are spoilers within like the RWBY manga, which I heard was a thing, in which case don't spoil me, and you know, still don't spoil anyone else. But yeah, then what you guys thought about stuff, you know, not just the Yang thing, whatever, about the relationship between Blake and Adam and how messed up Adam is. Again, I lost all sympathy for him by this point. Not just because of what he's done, but because of what he said and the ideologies he seems to have. It's just terrible. But anyway, yes. With that, we're calling it here. Cue outro, go!